Okay, well, what is the agenda? Pretend I just descended from Mars and I got here. Describe for me what exactly is this globalist agenda?
Well, the elites of society, and those would be those that, go to Yale and are in Skull and Bones, or they're in the elite scientific societies, or they're in the elites of government or industry. Their intention is to put us back into a vassal state, as we had in the Middle Ages, where the elites run everything and the rest of us are serfs and we own nothing and we'll like it. We'll eat less meat and we'll eat more bugs. We've seen all this from the World Economic Forum has put out videos and said our intention is by the year 2030, we've made fossil fuels history. We're not using fossil fuels. We're eating substantially less meat. You don't own anything, but that's okay. You're happy. You live as a serf and the elites own and run everything. It is Animal Farm and the promises of the pigs for those who've read the dystopian novel from George Orwell.
Okay, the end game is that they're the feudal lords and we're the serfs. Has this kind of thing happened before in history? Because I love history, and I look at our society, and it's not that we have these insane people, it's that our insane people are the ones running the country. Has this kind of thing happened before?
Well, it has. It happened in Russia. It happened with the Bolshevik Revolution. It's happened in Cuba. It's happened in Venezuela. It's happened in a lot of places where people, it's the promise of the pigs from Animal Farm. We're going to make, everything equal. Everybody will be equal, and that's our promise. But in the end, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. So we see this in Marxist, and this is, you go back and you look at the writings of the people at the age of Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller and so forth, and they talk about these beautiful utopian societies where the scientists and the brilliant, smart, better than everybody else people run everything, and the serfs kind of go mindlessly along. And they've been implementing those policies in the education system. They've been implementing policies with immigration. And across the board, we see these things and we say, wow, it's a disaster. How did that happen? Well, my answer is all according to plan.
George Soros specifically is someone I speak about often. It dumbfounds me. From a 30,000-foot view, you have, I realize he's an American citizen now, but you have a foreign-born billionaire openly, it's not like he does any of this in hiding, in secret, openly funding civil unrest in the streets, rape and murder across American cities up because of his DAs that he works to get elected. He's openly, again, he brags about these things. This is not some theory I came up with, brags about pushing our borders wide open so we can fill up our country with drugs and illegal immigrants. How does a nation allow something like that to happen? As a student of history, I can't think of a single country in the history of the world that would allow a foreign-born rich guy to intentionally rip its country apart, and yet we do, and he does it in the open.
Well, yes, and he's pushing for an open society, and his definition of an open society includes pretty much any type of promiscuous sex that you would like, as well as whatever drugs you want. He's worked to legalization of drugs. He works to the decriminalization of a lot of activity. But where it heads is Brave New World from Aldous Huxley. It heads to a dystopian nightmare where nobody owns anything except for the elites. Again, it goes back to the very same concept. The elites own everything, and we're serfs, and we work for them. But we're happy. Don't worry, we'll be happy. We have drugs to take, and we have promiscuous relationships to have, but no family. Family's forbidden, and no productivity and where you own anything as an entrepreneur or anything else. That is the George Soros view of an open society.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History, The Forgotten Genocide, the first episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.